Good afternoon. It's time for the North Carolina Vinyl Picker Show, and it's a Monday. I'm a little late, but we got a big show for you today. So I have a whole bunch of stuff to show you. I got it at an antique mall. I went up there to North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, and went to a fabulous antique mall up there. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you some stuff I got on eBay and Discogs. And then at the end, I'm going to show you 5 unique things that I have in my collection. Yes, 5 unique things I have in my collection. So let's get this ball rolling here and get this. Oh, I also have another special announcement here at the beginning. Anybody with a Humming Guru, you can get these little filters that you need to change out periodically on your Humming Guru, which I'm not going to pick up, but it's right here next to me. And yeah, these filters cost me $20, and I think there's 18 of them in here. So you don't have to go to Hong Kong. You can just go right through Amazon and pick these little filters up. Those of you who have the Humming Guru, I'll make a little announcement in the bottom of the show here, and also in the if you're liking my channel, you can like and subscribe and push that button, and that way you know when the North Carolina Vinyl Picker Show will be on. So let's get going here. Through the Lens. Yeah. Found this one here. This is a band called Checkfield, and this album is actually an American Gramophone CD. So if you like jazz, if you like your jazz with a little bit of new age in there, yeah, then you might want to check out Checkfield. And these are some items that I got off of eBay, and I think I paid all of $2 for this. They have several albums. Actually, I thought I was getting an album with this, but it was a CD. But I'm fine with the CD for now, until I can find the album. Pink Floyd, Live at Pompeii. Used to have this one. Did not have the booklet with it. I sold it in my store. Oh, and speaking of the store, I sell items in Discogs, Big Chief Vinyl 57. So if you're looking for CDs or DVDs, Blu-rays, I have a lot of Blu-ray movies too that I'm going to be getting rid of soon. I'll be putting those into my eBay. So this Live at Pompeii is a really good show. This one here is the director's cut, and it's nice and clear. You probably can find this on YouTube, but I like to have the physical copy so I can watch it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm glad to have that back in my collection. Marillion, Garden Party. Big Marillion fan, and this is when Fish was with the band. This is Garden Party and Margaret. Yes, so this is nice to have. This also comes in a 12-inch, but I do not have that at the moment. Yes, Don't Kill the Whale from Tormato. Yes, that's the Vinyl Archivist's favorite album, Tormato. This is the single from that, Don't Kill the Whale. 45 that I used to have back in the day, and I'm glad to have it back in my collection. It also has a non-LP B-side on the back called Abilene. So you Texas people might like that. Genesis, Seconds Out. Wait till I get this. Bam! Look at that. Look at there. Promo of Seconds Out. When's the last time you seen one of those? It doesn't have promo on the album, but it does have it on the huge stamp there. Time stamp, yep. Look at that size of that sucker. That's worth another look. So, got this on eBay. I bid on it, and right now, Genesis stuff's not really moving too well. So I got my shirt on today too. But yeah, I guess people are having a hard time moving Genesis stuff. So they got it down pretty low price-wise. Special Effects, double feature. This is a great jazz band. If you like your jazz a little bit on the softer side, then yeah, you might want to enjoy Special Effects. Great band from mostly the 80s. Here's some more Genesis for you. I got these are items that I picked up on Discogs, mostly eBay though. Mama, the 12-inch Mama from Genesis. On the B side of this is, it's going to get better, I believe. So there you go. There's the album, and there's the 12-inch of Mama extended version. Used to have this back in the day in my collection, and now it's back. So those were the items, the quick items that I picked up this week. I can't believe every week I always say I'm not going to be able to top that last week. And I always do. I don't know why. It just, things kind of just fall out of the sky sometimes. This Saturday, I'm going to a record show in Asheville, North Carolina. It's one of the biggest ones in the Southeast. Supposed to have 40 tables of stuff there. So that's going to be cool. I'm going to head up to Asheville on Saturday. Looking forward to going there. There. How about the stuff I got at the Antique Mall? Antique Mall I went to last Wednesday in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, about an hour and a half from here, and really had a good time. I went up there by myself and spent the day there, half a day there, going through some stuff at a antique mall up there. And had been there before, but it had been a while. So I'll tell you the crazy story about this place. So I went in there, and right off the bat, I saw this on the wall. Steve Winwood, Higher Love. Did not have this on the 45. Love Steve Winwood. His days with Traffic and Blind Faith, and then his solo stuff. I just loved all that stuff. And then I came across this one here. Woo! Bam! A second Bam today. Yeah, look at there. Four-Way Street, double promo. It's got 2 stickers on there, and it's got one over here. And then there's the album. And they were, I would say, VG. I wouldn't say VG Plus. There's a few light scratches, and there's some scuffs, but I ran it through that old Humming Guru and came out pretty clean. Actually, I ran them through twice. But the story on this is, when I went in there and seen it, I pulled out the album. It was only the first album. The second album wasn't in there. And he had, I think he had $25 on this. Yeah, he had $25 on this. But even at $25, the album cover alone is worth $25 because there's none of these on Discogs. With that said, I didn't look it up on Discogs, I don't believe, when I was there at the store. But I did spend about an hour and a half in that store inside that antique mall. I flipped over every record in there. Glad to find this. Only had the one record. So what I did was I went and I talked to the lady up front. I said, well, I really want this, but I don't want to pay $25 for it. There's only one record, and it's supposed to be 2 records in here. So she says, well, let me get hold of Daryl, because I think he's coming in the back door right now with a bunch more records. I just got lucky. That must be the day. Wednesdays must be the day he brings stuff in. So, so I waited. I went down, back around to the store, dropped all the way around. I went upstairs because there's an upstairs, came back down. He wasn't up there. She says, well, he's here somewhere. Let's go find him. So she took the album, and make a long story short, we went downstairs. There's a downstairs to this place. And Daryl was down there putting some records up. And then I talked to him downstairs, and he was one of those. He was a little bit of a chatterbox, but I talked to him for a few minutes and explained to him what happened. He was cussing out the crook, pretty much. He said they used to be both in there. I don't know. I said, well, can you do any better than 25? He said, yeah, I'll give it to you for 10. I said, okay, well, I'll take it for 10. And then when I got home, I knew I had another copy of this that was a VG copy. I said, well, I'll just Frankenstein this thing, and then I'll put the second one with this one, and I'll make sure they match up, and then I'll clean them up, and I'll put them together. So that's what I did, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So there you go. Found this one there. This is Santana's album, Welcome. Listen to it. I'd say it's about 60-40. There's some vocals on here I wasn't real keen on, but it's a pretty good album. It's the album after Caravanserai, so thought I'd give this a shot. Someone said it was fusion, and Carlos really rips it on this one. It really sounds good. It's hard to see. It's got just says Welcome across here, and it's embossed. So then I found this one there. These were all like $5-6. This is one I didn't have from Robert Plant. This is during the CD era. There was quite a few made, not quite a few made, I mean, and then there was also these were mostly Columbia House and RCA records. And when you joined the club, then you could get the vinyl. Other than that, you had to go to Best Buy or somewhere and buy CD because they weren't even selling vinyl back then. Crazy, I know. Pink Floyd. When I went downstairs, he had a one bin of records. And he told me there was only one down there. So while I was down there talking to him, I looked over at his bin of records, and this was right in the front. He had $20 on it. It's like mint. It's like never been played, and it's not even a UK. It's a German press or something like that. But yeah, it's a German press, I believe. And there you go. No, it's Italian. I'm sorry, Italian press. But they probably used the original tapes for that. Yeah, it was an Italian pressing. Then found this one there. These were all $5. This is the only early Elton John album that I did not have. Robbie Robertson, he just passed recently. This one there was $6. I haven't listened to that yet. And then here's another band. Boom! Aqualung. This is a Taiwanese pressing. He had it for $15, and it was well worth that. I have quite a few of these. I ought to show all my Korean pressings, my Indonesian pressings, my Taiwanese pressings, my Far East pressings. How's that? I should put them all together and should make a little show out of it. Show you guys and gals. So this one here is pretty cool. This might be, I think I have 6 copies of Aqualung now. I should show those too. I have to do that show where it says the number of albums. I think my Whipped Cream and Other Delights, I think I have 24 copies of that. And Switched on Bach, where the guy's standing up. I told that story before. I think I got 12 of those. One of them is where he's sitting, and that's a special there. If you get that one, you need to contact me. I'll let you know all about that one. So I only have one that where he's sitting down. The rest of them he's standing up. Do you have a copy out there of where he's sitting down in the chair? Switched on Bach, Walter Carlos, let me know in the comment section down below. And then I saw this in the dollar bin. I said, wow, that was when I was in high school. This is the album Act Naturally. This was Three Dog Night, and the song Joy to the World is on this. So this was like the #1 song for the whole year, 1976. I think it was the #1 song for the whole entire year. Well, let me know down below in the comment section there, Tony, if you know. Yep. So this was a nice one here. I already had this album. I did not have it with the promo sticker. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, this album's old, you know, because Big Chief's pretty old. All right, well, that's all I got for today. No, it's not. Show you those again one more time. Look at that. Oh, man, got to get those. You got the Guru. You need those. Here's my top 5 right here. These are things that I have that are one of a kind. Find another one. That's all I got to say about it. First one coming in is I'm going to show this. Not going to show that one first. I'm going to show this one first. This is some out there not going to even recognize what this is going to be. What is this going to be? Open this up. $30 minutes. 30 minutes Genesis VHS tape. This is I researched this. This is a Japanese without the original box that I found probably 40 years ago, maybe 35 years ago. And what it is, we used to call it back in the day, we had a laser disc of this, me and my best friend John up in New Jersey. We had a laser disc of this. It was a Genesis. It was the whole Seconds Out video, the whole show. And we used to call it Sensasia. And I got a copy on DVD around here somewhere of that whole show. But this is a VHS tape. This is 30 minutes of that show. So this is pretty rare. I've never seen another one. There's none in Discogs. This was the only one. So there you go. And it's one of a kind. So these are all 5. These are 5 one of a kinds that I know of. We'll go to Pink Floyd land. How about that? Look at this sucker. This is the entire show, almost the entire show of Pink Floyd in Venice. 60 minutes worth. Italy, July 15th, 1989. And this was on PBS one night. I was living down in Florida. It came on PBS, and they were talking about this show, and they were showing the video of Pink Floyd on PBS down there. And I'm like, holy moly, look at this. I'd never seen this before. Has anybody out there ever seen the show from Venice in the 1989? I know I haven't. And so then the lady came on with another lady, and she says, yeah, we're selling these. I'm like blown away. I couldn't get my phone out fast enough. My fingers weren't moving quick enough. So then I think it was like $20 or something. I send it off, and then and a couple weeks later, I got this DVD of Pink Floyd live in Venice. And this is the Momentary Lapse of Reason tour. I didn't see this one. I wasn't in country in '89. I was in the Navy, and just coolness, utmost coolness, but not as cool as what I'm going to show you next. Steven Wilson. This one here it's called Looking Through the Looking Glass, Through the Looking Glass, and this is, if you know his album Hand Cannot Erase, this is the tour from that, and this is also, look at this. This is a one of a kind. I found this on eBay. And nobody else bid on it, and I think I got it for like around $20. And it's a complete show. It's like someone shot it, made a copy, and then sold it on eBay. Just look at the list there. If you love Steven Wilson, Porcupine Tree, this is a must-have. This is a one-off. Find another one. I don't think you'll find another one of these. So that's 3 things right there. I got 2 more. 2 more. Oh, here we go. The next 2 I got together when I was living in Florida. And this here is the Moody Blues. And it's called Time and Space Messengers. Again, a VHS tape. But this one here is, I'm going to tell you what this is. Time and Space Messengers prepared for television by Tom Morley Productions. Now, Tom Morley used to run a record store down at the beach, down in Florida, down in Cocoa Beach, Cape Canaveral area, down there. Communications Concepts, 1900 North Atlantic Avenue, Cape Canaveral, Florida, in cooperation with the Moody Blues. Justin Hayward, John Lodge, Graham Edge, Ray Thomas. Copyright 1993. And it's just on a regular tape, just on a Maxell tape. Pretty cool, huh? Find another one of these suckers. This is when they went down there for one of their albums. I can't remember what album that was in '93, but this is when they went down there and they toured the Cape Canaveral down there. This is really cool. But I think you can see this on YouTube. But to have a physical copy of it by the guy that actually did it is pretty cool. Here's number 5. Now you may be able to find one of these, but you're going to have to pay up. This is Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. The original picture disc. It was reissued later on. I checked the numbers on it, took it out of the frame, checked the numbers and everything on it in Discogs, and this is the original. But this is also signed by Gilmore and Waters, if you see it. These are the original, and then he cut them out and he put them in here, and for some reason he didn't have the other 2 guys. But that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. You can see that pretty good. I got that the same time as I got this here. They came together. Bought together the same time. That's it. Coming in at 19 minutes and 9 seconds. I did pretty well. I showed you a lot of stuff in 20 minutes. So, we'll talk to y'all soon. If you're interested, that's called Big Chief Vinyl 57 in Discogs. And I'm 1 person away from 800 subs. I'm honored, and I appreciate every one of you out there. I only get like 100 people watching out of 800, but that's fine. I'm good with that. I know they're there, so if somebody wants to watch them, have some time to watch them, they can watch them. But I appreciate all the people that watch. I appreciate all my new subscribers, and I'm looking forward to the future and doing some more. I'd like to do some sit-ins with other YouTube members, and we can talk about records in the prog and fusion world. So if anybody out there has a show that's interested in having me up as a guest, let me know, and I'll be come in and share my knowledge of music. Y'all be good out there, support them troops, and everybody stay safe. It's time for them hurricanes to start rolling. So talk to y'all soon. Talk to you, bye.